Good morning. It's day two. I was absolutely loving reading everything that you all wrote yesterday. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with the group some absolutely fantastic ideas going around. In fact, I was wake up at 2:30 this morning and I was thinking about all your ideas. So obviously, some good ones in there. So we're moving on to day two. So obviously you've got your three ideas from yesterday or your two ideas or however many you came up with. Now today it's all about choosing one of those ideas and then let's think about developing that idea and taking it through the next few steps. So you'll have your worksheet, which again will be pinned to the top of the group. And today is all about client idea, the client journey. So the idea behind this is you want to take your client from the problem situation that they're currently in to their aspirational situation. So where are they right now? What are they struggling with? Where would they like to be? What would fill them with excitement and joy and feel happy and all those positive emotions? Now, if you take a look at your sheet, you'll see that there's 5 different steps. So you start the client on the problem situation. They move to a quick tip solution, a small improvement, a big improvement, and a complete transformation. Now, what I'm really going to recommend, in fact, I'm probably going to insist that you do this, is I really want you to start on a small improvement product. And there are a few reasons for this. Firstly, the amount of work, both time and money, that goes into a complete transformation program and the learning curve can be very, very daunting when you're starting out, particularly if, like most people starting a business, you don't have endless amounts of money to throw at the problem and use all these amazing resources available out there. Also, if you're new to the market, you need to sort of go out there and test things and see what works and what doesn't work. I know there's so much stuff out there saying on the internet, sell your high-end product, make this amount of money, but I really, really want to urge you today to think about starting small, and then let's build upon that. Second thing is it's hard to sell. If you're a nobody or you've come from nowhere, nobody knows you, you've got no authority. I'm going to talk much more about this, the know, like, trust triangle. You need to build your authority so people can A, know you, secondly, trust you, and like you. That's when they're going to buy from you. The other thing is belief from your client. If you're selling a product like a health coach transformation product, and it's something your client has been struggling with for 10, 15 years, they're probably not going to have a high level of belief that they can make a complete transformation. Whereas if you offer them just a small improvement product, something where they can implement and start to see some small changes and small benefits, then they can buy into the belief of that. They think, yes, I can do that. I can manage that. The other thing about selling, if you sold a high-end product, would be the client then doesn't have anywhere to go from there. Whereas what I want to do is I want to talk about launch stacking or launch layers, which is whereby you're building the client up slowly. So you offer them something that's a bit more of a no-brainer that they believe they can do. They do it, they get the results and they think, wow. And then they're hungry for the next step. And then you offer them the next step. So what we're looking for is things that are easy to create, easy to sell, easy to launch, and easy to consume for your client. Also, the other thing about doing this is I really want you to create a bit more of a sort of a raving fan base. So if you have a no-brainer product, so let's say something you just charge a very low price point, you'll get many more people into that product, and then people will start talking about it, and then you've got the power of word of mouth referrals, and there's nothing more powerful than recommendations. And by maximizing your opportunity to expose yourself to a larger client base, you'll maximize your revenue potential. So let's think about it in terms of this challenge. If I'd said to you, right, I've got this amazing one-on-one coaching package. I'll help you start your own business, launch your own business, but you need to pay me $10,000. You probably would have said, hang on a minute, Hannah. We don't know who you are. We don't know if you're as good as your word. Obviously I am, and obviously I know all my stuff, but you don't know that. So you would have said, no way, no thank you. But I'm offering you a challenge, and I'm offering you a step-by-step process so you get to know me. You get to understand how I work, and you can get to see if what I'm helping you with helps you to produce results. Let's look at a couple of other examples. Let's look at, I know some of you have talked about sort of health and wellness coaching. Let's say somebody wants to feel more energized. They want to have more health, and they're not in a very good situation. Let's go through if we go through the spreadsheet a quick tip solution for them to be, what about 5 delicious meals that you can prepare that will help you feel better about yourself? Something very, very quick and easy to digest, easy for them to do, digest, no pun intended, easy for them to do and see results. You would move that onto a small improvement product, which would be, offer them perhaps a 1-week exercise and diet program so they can feel more confident, more energetic. Your big improvement product would be something like, drop a dress size, diet analysis, personalized menu, individualized exercise plan. And then you build right up to your total transformation, which is your one-on-one coaching package over a 6-month period, diet analysis, full nutrition program, the works, and access to you obviously on a one-to-one basis. I'm trying to think of another example. Let's think of another example. So let's have a look at what some of you were thinking about. Support for new parents, which I know came up for a couple of you. What about a 5 tips to help you navigate being a new parent as your quick tip solution? Then your small improvement. What about a little mini course? You take them through a little bit of coaching about the core areas of being a new parent, where you're talking about the practical side of it, the psychological side of it. You provide a support network, things like that. You move on to a big improvement where you provide a group coaching, so you get a group of new parents together and you work them through a program, and you've got this great support group and they're all helping each other and they're getting to know each other and they feel really supported. And then again, total transformation. You can work with new parents one-on-one. You can particularly address any individual issues that they have and help them to feel more confident about being a new parent. So that's sort of, hopefully that gives you a sense of what we're trying to achieve here, which is layering up your product or your services and your offering. You want something that people believe will bring results, which won't be a huge commitment to them. If you think about it, if you charge a low amount for a product, it's a bit of a no-brainer. People think, well, I haven't really got that much to lose. They don't think too much about it. They purchase it, they do it, and then they consume it. I've also put a few ideas on the worksheet today. It's not a complete list, but the type of product. So obviously, if you've got any other ideas, share them with the group. So on the worksheet, we've got a workbook, probably an example of one I've given you for this week, group coaching, one-on-one coaching or consulting, a masterclass or a workshop. This is a 1 to 2 hour session that can be done in person or online, depending on where your target audience are based, and a membership program. This is probably, the last one is probably not something I'd advise unless you've got a lot of content already, but it's something definitely you could think about in the back of your mind for the future. When you're thinking about the type of product or service, you want to think about 3 factors. 1, ease and cost of creating. How well is the product likely to sell? And the appeal. I think I've mentioned it earlier. Is it an impulse buy? Is it something that people can say, hey, I'll give that a try. I've been struggling with this, so why not give that a try? It's not going to cost me very much. It won't take me long to implement, and then let's see what happens. So that covers off the training for today. Again, I'd love to hear your ideas and come and share in the group your client's journey. If you're stuck on anything, feel free to tag me in a post. Otherwise, I will look forward to chatting to you again tomorrow. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.